So hi everybody and welcome back. This is Unreal Engine 5 tutorial series, and this is the new playlist, and this playlist is called Unreal Engine 5 Beginner Full Game Tutorial. This is video 2, and in this video we talk about our creation of a super little tiny game for a release. And of course, it's also a little bit of a preparation for this epic mega jam if you want, or in general, if you just want to learn how to create a super little game, so that you are also learning the steps how to package games, how to deploy games, what is needed, and all the stuff which you can't learn during the tutorials, which are only concentrating in Unreal Engine 5. This is also very helpful for later things. And important is, before we can go to the point where we are packaging games and then deploying our games in forums and then learn the requirements and all this kind of stuff, to do that, we have, of course, finish a game. And this tutorial series is intended for absolute beginners, so I don't expect that you have big knowledge. I don't expect that you know many things, but what we can do is make a simple game. And a simple game means it means not that it is easy. That's the problem. And because many beginners have a wrong mindset. And what I mean with the wrong mindset is, when they see a very simple game, they say, hey, this game is so simple, I would never release something like that, because that is so simple that can everybody do, right? And I want to show you what I mean. Here I have, for example, you can see a project. I have acquired this from the Epic Mega Marketplace for free. That was one of these 3 months offers, and it is an endless runner creator, right? This is our endless runner creator, and this endless runner creator has different kind of games here, endless runner games. And interesting is, this endless runner games, there are tutorials on YouTube. You can watch them and create endless runner games. The problem is, all these tutorials provide only very basic informations. They are never finished this game. What I mean with that, they are creating all the, let's say, start setups, all the templates, many things, but they are never finished the game. And that's intended probably because that's your job. You should finish the game and then you can release the game. So with other words, this is a nice resource for absolute beginners. What I mean with that is, you can go to YouTube and find projects where they create games. And for example, there are runner games, there are Flappy Bird games, there are millions other games, collector games, and they show you how to create them. And what you have to do is, you follow these tutorials, but of course they will not finish this tutorial with a full game. They stop anywhere where it's definitely not finished. And what you have to do then, you just finish this game, and then you have a full game which you can release. So this is one strategy how you can create as a beginner with support. And that's why I say it. You can watch these videos, and these videos are telling you how to create all the parts if they are good. The problem is, here one hint, most of these videos are in Unreal Engine 4, because this Unreal Engine 5 was released, and most tutorials of older projects was made in Unreal Engine 4. So you have to watch this probably in Unreal Engine 4. But here, just one hint, this Unreal Engine 4 are similar to Unreal Engine 5. Only Unreal Engine 5 is a little bit better, of course, has more features. And Unreal Engine 4, for example, you can see here, looks a little bit different, has some setup different and so, but similar. You will get to use it, so don't worry about that too much. Important is the information which you can get out of these videos. So in my case, I want to show you something what I mean with a super simple game. That is, for example, I choose here one of them. This is one, for example, a creator. It says here endless runner creator. There he got different kind of runner games here combined. It's a really nice job what he made. And here the one of the very super simple one is this one here, this vertical runner, which I have opened up. So look what happens. I start this game. Then I click here. And this one is jumping here, here, and here. That is, when you see that, that looks super simple, right? And everybody, especially beginners, say, that is so simple. Who would release that? We will release that. And the reason for that is, for a beginner, it looks very simple, but actually this game has absolute many informations, which is not so easy for a beginner. And let me show you what I mean with that. So here, in this section, he has all the things what he created for this, this version here. This vertical runner, he called this one a vertical runner, so the game goes up and then it's just jumping here around and then it's creating something like that. But when we watch what he did so far, so let me open, for example, this blueprint. So he set up here a game mode. All right, so you have the knowledge about a game mode. Then he set up here this anything level, what is that? Piece, and then here obstacles, then other obstacles, and a player vertical runner, which is the pawn which he is using. So when I open up this one, and you can see as a beginner, if you say this game is so simple, then that means normally you understand it, also the codes and what he did, right? So you can analyze it very fast. But the problem is, when we open up this one, you would see something like that. Do you understand this instantly? If you understand it instantly, that's good, because this one is just a child blueprint class, which means you have to go here on top and then you find the parent class, and this one is just calling the parent class begin play. So if you want to check what this one is doing, by the way, this is the game mode what I have here. So I open up this game mode here. This game mode is double clicked on this one, and I'm here now in this game mode, and this one we can kick for a moment. And then you are understanding this part here. So for a beginner, most time they are already irritated when they see something like that. Oh, parent player, why is that? What is that? The parent is when we have used, when we created this one as a child, and then you have the knowledge what is a parent. Most time as a beginner we are not using this one. What we are normally do is we are putting all our stuff in the game mode, which we are creating in this game project. What he is providing here, he is doing not this kind of stuff because he want probably don't do so much, because he have here different kind of modes, and that's why he use a parent where he can share code with other modes, so that he has not to do it all time duplicated in other places. So this kind of information is also important to know. But let's say, okay, you know with that, so we go here to the parent right side on the top. Here is us this scope. We open up the parent, and now we are jumped into the parent class, and now we have to understand what the parent class here doing. And you can see we are jumping, for example, here to this blueprint class, and we're analyzing this one and say, oh, okay, the parent here, this one is now the parent, because here this event begin play, it's called event begin play, is calling this event begin play, because this is the BP game mode game. You can see this is my this one is now this BP game mode game, and here's my event begin play. And look what happens here. We are calling again another parent, which means he made even a little bit more, but of course he has here also a little bit about code which you have to understand as a beginner. And let's open up the other one too. Let's see what he is doing here. Okay, this other one has many things here, and you can see this one here gets a little bit more complicated because, like I said, he's doing here a little bit more than what we will do, because he implement here different kind of runner. So here that was a very simple one. Let me show you what he is implementing here as well. We have here a floppy runner, something like that. Let's see if I can go there, how I go there again. There was something like a main menu. Was it? Where is the main menu? Okay, I have not idea where the main menu is, but we can go here in common. Was it? And then we go here to maps. Yes, no, not game. Oh, okay, give to this map here. It's probably this one. And here when I start one, you can see he made here a selection screen with different kind of games, which I showed you was this vertical runner here. But he has here, for example, this one, very interesting, and you can see also very simple. And he shows us this one here looks very simple to a Flappy Bird, right? We could make here some of this Flappy Bird simulation very simple, and there it comes indeed. And I will suck in a moment. Very simple, but this kind of games was released back in the years when Flappy Bird come out, for example, and then millions of people copied that and bring out also kind of similar Flappy Bird games, or there are millions of other runner games. Let me show you some more what he made. He made really good stuff here. Road Runner. So this is right a runner game, which we know. Similar but in another way. You can see the style change. Normally it is all time goes in front. Very nice made, very simple and straightforward. And what we have here, let me show you one more time, one more thing. And Voxel Runner, what is that? Okay, I don't know what this one is. Ah, okay. It is anyhow going in front, and then I can go here around, and I think it's a 3D. Yes, it goes in front, and then you can try to skip this. You can see very simple things, and okay, I stopped this one now. We are doing even more simple thing. We are going to create this one, I think. So in my case, but that means not that you have to create this one. Let me show you what I'm trying to recreate here from this one as a very this one here. Super simple. Super simple. I recreate this one. So the question is why I'm choosing, let's make a pause. Why I'm choosing, the pause, it's not pausing the music, interesting. Why I'm choosing this one here. Because it's simple, but in real, it is not that simple. What I mean with that is, like I tried to show you, even if it looks simple, it's many things look simple, but you still need a lot of knowledge to do this. Let me open up this page here again. Blueprint. Okay, we have here maps. Yes, we have a map here. All right, so this kind of stuff looks very simple, but it is not so simple. But it is very good for us beginners to dive into something like that, because it is not simple, okay, but it is also not too difficult. And that's the point. It is not, okay, it's not too simple, because when we dive a little bit into it, we see we have to do a lot of stuff here. You can see I have to analyze here a little bit how to use that what he is using, but he is using even here an interface. He's using here init, and he is using, let me show you more things what he is using in this blueprint. It's not even showing here, but he is using here in the parent blueprints also save games. So this kind of stuff looks very simple, but he hides many things in the comment section here, for example, and which are also used here in this section. Like I said, he shares a little bit code with other projects here so that he has not to duplicate all the time the code. Yeah, Anyway, we will create something similar like that. I will probably create this one here, something similar, not exactly the same thing here, because I go my way and just test it out, because don't worry if you make mistakes, that's not very important. But here, one more thing. You don't have to go this way. Like I said before, you can go to YouTube, watch one of these projects which they present. You can follow their tutorials, and then you are almost finished. But you will see they will never finish the projects what they are doing in YouTube normally. What I mean with that, you have to do a lot of work after these tutorials as well. For example, there are many runner games even provided by Epic. Also, if you have finished this tutorial, you have a runner game, but you have still to do a lot of work to polish it a little bit and so on. And you can go there too. And here's one more thing what I want to show you for project which you can choose. For example, we have here section samples. If you have a very good graphic card, you can download this city sample and try to make a game even with this matrix matrix city here. This is a little bit more advanced. Also, I will not do something like this, but important is here they already created here many parts. You have just to add a gameplay logic or a creative idea how to make a game with it. But this would be a very high quality game, which means also very big storage place, can take a lot of time to compile, depends on your PC, but you have a very high quality game and you can use this meta humans in your project. And that's the next aspect. You can use pre-made assets, and about this one I want to talk in the next video, because I will show you here some sample projects and assets which you can use. And here I stop with this video, and in the next video I want to talk about sample projects here which is provided by Epic, and of course a little bit about the free assets which you can use, and if you are using or not, and why all this kind of questions we will talk about in the next video. All right, with that said, I stop here and see you in the next. Bye.